Hey guys, it's Jules. I have a die, my custom die that I made and wanted to share it with you guys. I'll have the cuts available over on my blog, and I have created a few different sets for you to choose from. This is an autumn leaf die that I had made by Accucut, and it's my very first one, and I really like it. I think it's a really cool idea, and I made it with the intention of being able to use it in a couple different ways, like a lot of dies too. So this one is this is like a 20 by 15 die. It's humongous. And so what I did is I created an album, which actually is supposed to go flipped over, but this is for the front part of the die. It's supposed to be the page and then the leaf coming out this way. So it's a little turned around, but that works fine when I make the cut. That's supposed to be like that. So so I made this is a 5 by 8 mini album page, and I made a solid leaf that measures 5.5 by 5.5, and this actually fits perfectly on this. This is exact same size. So if I was to grab the cut and set it on here, it fits perfectly. And then I made a leaf that is still a 5.5 by 5.5 with the veins in it, and that way it can you can have another color showing through the actual veins. So this one is for layering. And then I have a tiny one that works cute for a small little banner or a keychain, kind of a mini for like headshots and stuff. So I made this one is I think it was 2 inch by 2 inch. And this is the exact same shape as the bigger ones. And then I made a border, which is this little guy here, and this measures 7.5 inches in length and has 8, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I thought it was 10. Has 9 little leaves, and it's the exact same shape. And the little, like the top part of the leaf goes to the side like the bigger one. So it's the exact same. It's just miniature. And what I did is I cut these up to make like little pile of leaves at the bottom of my layouts or pages or what have you. And then this can work as type of a leafy ribbon to be able to slide photos or tags behind. So I really like this one, this little guy. And it came in so useful. I only used 3 of them together for my project that I'll share with you in just a second. Otherwise I cut them all the way, cut them all off and covered them with paper. After I cut them, I covered them with paper, and then I just used my file emery board to smooth it out to give it a more united look. So anyways, this is my die, and I'm really excited that I finally have it, and I wanted to share it with you guys. So let me show you my project. I'm going to cover the lens here because I was in another area of my scrap room. So I'm going to share the actual cuts before I do my project. So let me move my project. Okay, I had to make a little platform here because for some reason I can't get a good height with my tripod and stuff. Anyways, I wanted to change that up. So what I did is, here are the cuts. Here's the page, and here's what it looks like. Oops, let me back it up a little bit. So here's the page, and here's the leaf coming out of the side, and this is the solid leaf that you can look here. It matches perfectly with this side there, and I love how it gives that layer and definition of the leaf. But I probably wouldn't layer these two together. I don't know. Actually, I can't say that. I guess I could. I would. Depends on the project, I think. But this is what I made. This leaf here with the veins is intended for the layering, so that other colors and papers can be shown through it. So I ended up using this one, but of course, you know, you'd have to use this as a stencil and then cut out your paper so that it fits on top of it. And it wouldn't matter if it's just a little off, because the veins of a leaf are all going in different directions, so it doesn't matter if it's a little different. So this is intended for the layering of the album and of the solid leaf for a banner or just some decoration. And then here's my 2 by 2, which is so cute. She's tiny little thing. And I use this for keychain. I have 3 of them on my mini album. And then here's the little borders. And I like it that they're like, one's pointing down, one's pointing up, one's pointing down, one's pointing up. So they're like all falling, and they have just a different texture to it. and I cut them up. When I cut it up, they're just this little. They're so cute. I think they're just perfect for little to stack, like, you know, little leaves falling and piled up in the corner. They're just so cute, and you can use different color papers and different texture to different designs on the papers. I really like it. So, all right, my project. Let me share with you guys my project. So I made a mini album. It's a 5-page mini album, and it's got 4 of the full leaves in between each page. So this is what I made. Let's see here. Here's a fuller view right there. Look how chunky it is. It doesn't close all the way. I think it closes just a little bit more than that, but I don't know, I really like how it came out. It's so cute. Now I made it with the intention, it being an autumn leaf theme, I guess, the die cuts. You know how school starts in the fall, and first day of school you kind of send your kid off and they're a little bit bundled up because it's starting to get chilly in the morning, and that's the connection that I made with the graphic 45 paper. That it's an ABC primer, and I used the entire 8x8, and one whole paper pad, you guys, will still leave you with still a few cuts and pieces of paper for another tinier, maybe I don't think I have enough for like a full solid leaf, but I can do like a small tag mini album, and I have an envelope that has all the die cuts and other little pieces I cut up. So one full 8x8 made these 5 pages and 5 full leaves of back and front of a mini album. So I like that. So that's the connection there with school starting in the fall and the fall leaf album. I thought it was cute. So I just tied some ribbon here, yellow ribbon, and I ran my distress ink over these ones, well, all of them actually, except for this one. Here's a measuring tape, like a ruler, I guess you can say. And let's see if I can get a little bit closer. And then I have the little keychain just hanging off a binder, a 1-inch binder ring, and I covered 3 of these with paper and used my inks to distress it, and it came out really cool. So I'm gonna use these for headshots. My muslin ribbon and some charms. There's a leaf here, a different kind of leaf, and a locket, and a little school pencil, a little Scrabble piece in this little metal frame, and this is a metal tag. It's all distressed, and it's one of the industrial chic ones, I think. And then I just added the ABC, a strip of that on there, kind of like when I added onto chipboard. So there's that, and some silk ribbon here from Wild Orchid Crafts, and it's up here. And so what I did here, these are a lot of the chipboard pieces for the collection. These are the tags, the chipboard they call it chipboard tags number 1 and number 2 because there's 2 different sheets for them. So I used them all throughout, and I fussy cut all kinds of things from almost every single page that had some images on there. Here's a stack of books here that I cut out, fussy cut, a stack of books back here that I fussy cut, and some of the single leaves. This is one of the images from the paper. I used this one because this little girl is in the wind, and she has a little coat on. She's going to school, and all these leaves are falling here because it's the fall. It's the start of school, and there's a poem on there for it. And then the clock, just because schools have clocks in their classrooms and stuff. So I don't know. So there's a strip of some cards up here. There's a strip of it sitting behind it, and probably should just use 2 of them, but whatever. And on all the binding, I use the copper eyelets, the wide, and then I used some of the smaller ones, the standard size ones. Here's one there, for example, and all 3 I have them. And I have them hanging off of different areas, the top and then the bottom part and then the side of the leaf. Just because, of course, when leaves fall, they fall all differently. They don't fall all straight pointing down or whatever. You know what I mean? And then I found these cute little chalkboards, guys. Oh my gosh, look at this. Is this adorable? So it's a little chalkboard, and it reminded me of school, like old schoolhouse, like 1880s little schoolhouse. And I don't know, I took the jute rope off and I used it, so it's right here sitting in the very front of the mini album, and used the chipboard die cuts. So it's supposed to be like first school day, and it says school days here, but I used a little apple to cover the S. So, and some leaves and the word alphabets. And I cut off even the titles of the names of the papers themselves. So there was one of the papers that is called the 3 R's, and I cut all those little pieces off and put them scattered throughout the mini album. And that says kindergarten there. This is a thickers canvas, a white canvas letter or number that I just painted. And this is some Maya Road letters here from one of her little chipboard packages. Here's a layered leaf with the veins back there, and there's other paper. There's a little girl, her name is Jumping Joan, and she's jump roping, and you can see her through the veins of the mini album, or of the, like on the back side you can see a little bit of her blue dress there. You can see a little bit of it there. I think it's just super cute, like how the dimension is. Just love it. Okay, so this is the mini album here. So I created a journaling spot there, and just used a lot of the papers, just fussy cut a lot of the stuff out. Letter A with a brad and a tag, and it's just a moving tag to hold the tags in there. And this is 2 tags with my muslin ribbon for like photos and journaling. And I only used the paper for tags just a couple of different places because I wanted to use my tea-dye tags for this project, as well as my tea-dye muslin ribbon. So that sits there. And this is some of the chipboard cuts here. It says ABCs and 1, 2, 3s, and a little leaf. Right here it says alphabet soup, because that's one of the names of, I think it's this paper here. Yeah, it's this paper here. And so here's one of the full solid leaves that I made a page with, and one of the 2x2 leaves, and for a photo, to hold a photo back there. I'm going to use this in a minute. And then the next page is just clear here for a photo, and it just has a little ticket, little stamp says Q for Queen. And I use a lot of crackle accents on almost all the leaves and some of the other chipboard pieces. This I use another chipboard piece here, and a leaf, stamp, and this is a Stampin' Up envelope that I made, and I wanted to mimic a Maya Road envelope. So I made this, and I have a tutorial, but I probably am going to redo it, but to show you guys how to do that if you want. And here's a little tag here, and you can journal or put a picture on there. It says Grammar School. That's one of the names of the papers. And the back side is U for up. So I'm going to just leave it or journal on that and put a picture on this side here. So this was really fun to make. I had tons of fun with this mini album. And I just sprayed some crushed shells on this lace here with the pearls. And then the next page is this little guy here. I made this little flip kind of an album, or like for a photo, and this is just a little card that sits underneath the paper clip, and a tag goes in here, and there's a little poem down there, my tea-dye tags there. And this flips up, this envelope flips up, and there's room for a photo up here and room for a photo right here. This flips up here. This is a ticket card, and I just attached the coin envelope there. It's a tiny one. It's one of these little guys like this. I ended up not using that one, obviously. And created here for journaling, and just stuck some of the alphabet blocks down there. Thought that was really cute. I liked it. Actually, I'm about to make a mini with just these envelopes, and I have enough paper for it. So, and die cut there. It says Calico Kids up there. And I have photos on my blog, some detailed photos if you guys are interested in looking at that. So again, fussy cutting of different pieces of the paper collection. Here's another solid leaf with a 2x2. Again, this is for a photo there. And that says ABC Picture Books. So, and here's some of the white eyelets there. And I like using it. It's kind of going the same direction as this one, so that was fine. Here's another photo mat. It's a photo corner, and I like this paper. It's so fun. I didn't get to use that paper for one of the full pages, so I wanted to use it for the leaf at least. And then here, just some ribbon that I glued down in ruffles and added this, and it's painting book on it with crackle accents. Some chipboard from the collection, chipboard tags, and a photo can fit back there. And I think somewhat, no, it's not too functional there, but this one is. I thought I had it loose there. Anyways, this is one of the tags from the collection, and my ribbon, crackle accented that. And spot for journaling. It says Games and Playtime, one of the paper's titles. Another leaf with the plaid, so cute. And ticket. This is on chipboard. It's from the die cuts that came with it. And this one here is a frame that, of course, you can stick a photo back there. And I made it where there's chipboard down below here and on the side, so that a photo does not fall through, and it's lifted so that a photo can fit in there. So you can see there. And then an Dodge ticket, I just flipped them on the back side and used it. And a paper tray ink die. I have to get some more of their dies. They're so cool. This die here, actually, really nice. And I just stamped a stamp that I had with lines for notepad, like a note paper. I think it was cute. And I created like a little valance back here. For some reason, this looked like a window or something, so I just put a little valance type of thing. And this is Wild Accucut Crafts lace that I tea dyed. A solid leaf there, and photo to put photos back there, and my ribbon in a bow. Oh, I stamped. This is an Inkadoo stamp set, and I just used the word September because normally school here starts in August, but when I grew up it started in September, and it's just sitting on the very top part of the frame here. And this is a little girl reading with her cat, and I'm probably just going to journal on that. I'm really seriously going to be digging up my kids' pictures when they had their first day of school, probably in their kindergarten ones. Excuse me. Created a pocket with one of the paper collections, the little number cards. This is so fun to play with, these are. So I made a pocket and attached with a brad the little tag from the set. It says Games and Playtime, and Crackle accented that. And here's my tea dye tags. I just cut strips of the measuring tape, or the ruler, I guess, and put them on both of these for photos. Or one for a photo, one for journaling, and another one for maybe a photo. Wild Accucut Crafts lace, eyelet lace, love that. Tea dyed that too. Some of my little leaves, Crackle accented those, and the title of her little page there says Alphabet Soup. She's cute. I think this is supposed to be her because it's the same kind of hair or something, I don't know. And then next page is this little booklet that I made for, oops, I got stuck. It's a little booklet for photos. So this is like the cover of a booklet, and then photos can go here and here and back here and back here. And you know, for like grammar school or elementary schools, like kindergarten or preschools, the teachers always have like that big long poster of the alphabets and numbers in handwriting and in capital letters and whatever else on the wall. This is what I try to mimic on that. So this is supposed to be like the blackboard or whatever, and then the alphabets are up there. And I put some down here too. And this just kind of sits behind this little tag. It's just adhered down here so that this is free to hold a book. And this is a Sizzix, I think latches or something. And I made it into like a little hinge. So I use these little brads and some of the design paper and stuff. And then it's a journal back here. It says an ABC primer, and a button, and then another solid leaf. And there's the three that I put together. I didn't glossy accent that, or didn't crackle accent it. I could still go back and do it though. And you'll probably notice that there's really no flowers in this mini album, and only because it's the fall and your flowers are already dying by that time, and I didn't feel the need to. So there is no flowers here except for the one die cut here on the other page. And then another solid leaf, and just some of the alphabets on a ribbon. I think it's twill ribbon. Photo mat here, and I think I left this free. But yeah, photo can be sitting here, and I can still put a tag there for just a journaling for it if I wanted to. And it says building blocks there. So I'll probably crackle accent that later too, as well as the title. And then last page here, and I did do the back side, so I'll show you that in a second. Two of my tea dye tags, and I did use a small eyelets because I wanted the eyelets to match what's on the binding. And I used a Sizzix die cut of an apple and cut that out. And then this is Mother Story book. It's from the paper collection, and use these little 2-story squares here, and use that to make a pocket. And some lace, some trim for my stash here. that I had for a while, and a bow with some cotton ribbon, and just glossy accented this here. Have some ribbon back there, and I had this lace that has these leaves attached. They're like one leaf and then another one comes off the end, and so I just cut it out so that I can use them as actual leaves. And they're brown, so it went with the collection, and brown because it's their leaves are dying now, so it just went perfectly. Crackle accented the flower. This is from the die cut package, and then one of the leaves, and then a button. And then the very last page is, let me shake it down, this one here, which is a Starbucks coffee sleeve that I cut the back side off. I just left about a half or a third of an inch of the corrugated sleeve so that I can attach it to the, let me take that out so you guys can see. That way I can attach it to the paper back there. And I just glued a very thin line of hot glue down there and stuck that down. This is Jumping Joan, I was telling you that. Then a Dodge ticket says Giggle, the alphabet's here, a tag, and I just stuck some Patsy's wrinkled ribbon there. And one of my tags, one of my larger tags, I just stuck some of the paper in the corners here, just because they look plain and I wanted to have something on there. And this is part of the paper title, the information of the paper, and some of Wild Orchid Crafts, that lace that I tea-dyed, so it has that grungy look to it. And this little girl that's on one of the pages, and I put some of the polka dotted paper behind her. And yeah, so she goes in the sleeve, so for a photo and journaling if I wanted to. And I like it because the little title sticks out there, one of the little stamp thingies with the alphabet. It says Jumping Joan there. Some of my lace from my store, my blog, and it's very tattered. Actually, this one got like ripped and stuff, but it's tea-dyed, and I ran a little bit of the distress ink over it too. So came out really cute. I like how chunky it is. I love all the tea-dye stuff in there. I don't know, I love it. I really like this one. So I hope that you guys like this die, and of course you can use it for a harvestful mini album or a project or something like that, a banner or whatever, layout. So you can always use your die cuts for stencils and cutting out your paper, and you can just save your chipboard however you want to do that. So I'm just letting you guys know that there's sets available on my blog, and the link is below. And let me know what you think of my new die. I hope you guys like that. And the first 5 people that place an order for any of the sets of this particular die, you get a free little chalkboard like I used here. So, and like I said, a full 8x8 paper pad. You'll have a lot left over. You can see all the pages that I made with it, back and front, 5 full pages, and then 4 full solid leaves. And I have room for more. And I also have the little keychain thing here too. So a lot of uses with this paper. You can do a couple different things with it. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks so much for watching. Jules signing out of the Jewel Box. Bye, you guys.